10 seconds remaining.
Dude, my neighbor's dog is fucking howling and it's
5
annoying.
seconds remaining.
Game 2. Hype.
Undying's turn to ban. Evil geniuses turn to pick.
Oh, that Beastmaster ban for Bane. You already know it's coming.
Ten seconds remaining. 5
Let me
seconds.
get you water real quick.
Undying's turn to pick. Undying's turn to pick.
Oh, Snapfire.
Storm Spirit.
TSM Steel Storm Bane. Interesting. This is like all of EG's heroes. Though I guess these are everybody's heroes. It's not really EG. But Abed has been denied Puck and Storm. So will he
5
take
seconds remaining.
Ember here, which seems to be the trend amongst these NA teams? Dragon Knight?
Evil geniuses turn to ban.
Invoker.
Oh shit.
This is a hero we haven't seen that much, but I think is still perfectly pickable and very strong. And an Abed classic. People forget, but
10 seconds
quite good on
remaining.
this hero.
I've noticed with Invokers
5 seconds remaining.
that I feel like is different than many patches where Invoker is viable is that I feel like both builds are kind of viable right now. I think I see Quaswex a little bit more. But I still see enough Exort, or at least Exort transitions with Hannamitis and going for the Ags for the Cataclysm. That it's kind of interesting to see both flavors being represented.
Yeah, that is true. Usually it's one or the other.
Yeah.
This is definitely one of the more hybrid-y patches. I mean, you don't really do hybrid build, but like you said, you transition and it feels like both phases of the game are very distinct.
Geniuses turn to ban.
But generally, I think this hero is about the Quaswex for most teams and players. Like, that's how you think about him in your head, right? You have this Kata late game, you have some of these, like, Meteor, but generally you're thinking about this hero in terms of that Quaswex early first 10, 20 minutes. What is that doing for you? And then, all right, if he can give me some scale and other stuff later, that's cool. But that Kata is very powerful. We saw Enigma just like first phase Invoker Axe. That was their strat. Just blink, call, Cataclysm. Win the fight. That's still very strong. Like, these things don't go away. People just kind of forget about them. So be interesting to see if EG goes down that road of getting a Kata pairing, or if they just, you know, we're just like Invoker versus Storm. You get the Cold Snap, you get some mana burn. You can keep him low resources on the lane, which hurts his ability to jungle or rotate early. So there's some nice stuff going there. I also think this hero is quite good versus Bane in general. He's a lot of long-range interrupt.
Yeah, that's what I like about him here.
So I like Invoker. I'm a very big Invoker fan. I think the hero's very powerful. He's very annoying. You can take him early. He does a lot for your lineup in terms of the utility, damage, and scale he gives you. So cool to see it here instead of, you know, just Storm Ember Puck going in a circle. We'll see what TSM wants to do about it.
I mean, they if they do, I like the way you described that. They think about it in a Quaswex way, but maybe, you know, it can transition to Exort. They already have Snapfire. Like, I would be agreeable to a Faceless Void, you know, if it presents itself.
I would love to see Faceless Void.
Yeah.
That hero's still perfectly fine, especially if he's a good dilation game. But there's a hero we did not mention that has snuck through here, and they get the full combo.
Ooh.
So Mr. Sam Sosale watching the other regions like he always does. He knows this combo is strong. Maybe not one that EG has played a lot, but
10 seconds remaining.
this Breaker Inkswell is
5
disgusting.
seconds remaining.
So I feel like EG is getting a lot here from first pick. TSM needs to have some like robust answers because Mirana Bane ain't doing it for me here. I'll tell you that much. I'm not seeing the like team fight, the stopping power, scale that you kind of need to combat this Spear Breaker hero when he has a Grim behind him and an Invoker who's doing his own thing. So a lot to answer here.
So one thing that some people really like against Spirit Breaker Yules, right? Because you can offensively Yules, remove Bulldoze, and it also has that effect for Inkswell. It'll force the Inkswell to explode right away. So
Yep.
it will stun you, but it won't get to that like full amount. Is that a thought process here for like Abed? Or excuse me, not Abed. Bryle, does he like have to go for an early Yules this game?
I just don't think you can afford to get Yules on Storm in this meta.
Yeah,
But maybe the Mirana will very likely pick one up.
sure.
Because usually your debilitation or your deliberation is Vessel or Yules, and this is a terrible Vessel game. So
That's true.
I
Yeah.
would not be surprised to see him hit the Yules. Yules is amazing versus Breaker until he gets BKB or like Shadow Blade shenanigans.
Right.
And they pick up this Morph, which is like a soft Breaker answer, and you can steal his status resistance, and that's kind of cool. I'm just worried for TSM in terms of like how they take engagements and how these team fights progress. It just does not look easy for them to just jump in with Storm and like I don't know. I feel like their 4 heroes are just all single target heroes that go on a dude and like hope nothing else happens. And EG has a lot of other shit happening.
Yeah.
That's how I kind of see it. So I think TSM needs some AoE control in this last pick to help Storm and Morph go in so they have some backup. And I think EG is just looking for a hard carry to round out their lineup that probably has a good matchup versus Morph, because Morph is a little unanswered here, but it's not too bad.
All right, so I got a stat for you here. I've been keeping this one in the back pocket, and hopefully it still remains true after this, because I want to be able to pull it out on like an actual panel.
All right.
Tomato, Undying
the
specifically. The
Morphling
100% Morphling. Oh my god.
Yeah, I remember this stat. He's undefeated with Morph or something. Is that the actual stat still? Yeah.
That is actually still the stat. 19 games, I believe. Yeah, 19 games. 100% win rate.
I mean, that is a disgusting statistic. Not even sure how it exists, to be honest, because, I mean, you're going to mess up somewhere, but yeah, undefeated Morphling on Team Undying side, so I guess I can't bet against it. If you're a better right now, take your house and put it on nothing, because gambling sites are bad and don't support them, but you'd take Tomato Morphling here.
See, that's how I know you're committed to no longer being a player. Telling people not to use betting sites. What are you going to say? Crypto's bad for the environment next, huh? Is that it? Because that's all we got. That's all we got, Avery. That's all the sponsorships we got in Dota.
I mean, fuck crypto, I'll just say it. Fuck crypto and fuck NFTs. You can hold me to it.
All right.
Until they start doing something for the average person, they're a waste of resources. Now, do they have the potential to do that? Sure. But I haven't seen it, so, get off your high horse. All right, last picks here. They ban the Faceless Void.
Templar Assassin.
Templar Assassin gives them the Roche killer that they need here in a decentish mashup versus Morph in some ways. Like, Refraction's kind of annoying. I mean, it's a decent Refraction game. What's breaking it here? Almost nothing.
Yeah.
And it gives them even more vision to play the map.
10 seconds remaining.
ESM does not have a lot of time here. I think they really need some juicy pick. I don't know what it is. Like,
oh dear. Timbersaw doesn't look good enough.
trying to even think of what Saberlight plays versus TA. Like, it's like Pango. Nobody plays Pango. Offlane Jakiro. Brewmaster we saw once. Viper's banned, Venom's banned.
Oh, yeah.
There's like the DP Necro route. None of these seem juicy, though. Hard pick.
I guess I'm kind of okay with Brew, but...
They're low on time. They do not know exactly. They do go for that Darkseer, but... this is like another Darkseer Mirana. Darkseer with 4 ranged heroes, no AoE stun, and not even that good at Surge targets. Like, Storm does not use Surge. Morphling barely uses it. I guess their idea is Morph can steal Breaker, and now they have Breaker Darkseer. That's like the best. But not a lot to combo with.
Avery, what's happening? What's happening to NA? What's with the drafting of Darkseer Mirana?
I don't know, man. I don't know how people keep ending up with this. Like, just have Darkseer Clock. Shit's so broken. Honestly, it's insane how broken it is compared to almost anything else. But obviously, the pick order matters here.
Yeah.
We'll see if they can make it work where everybody else seems to have not been able to. I mean, Darkseer definitely has some good interaction versus TA, but not the end of the world. And the thing is, Darkseer is terrible versus Invoker. One of his worst matchups. It's like Doom and Invoker tend to destroy this hero historically. Invoker just... the Tornado Dispel that counter teamfight AoE, the, EMP and all this mana. It's a very annoying matchup for Darkseer. Most people don't like playing, so... I'm not a big fan of this last pick, but I understand they felt pressured to pick something that was, like, super high impact and can take over the game. We'll see if they can make it work, but I doubt.
Looking good.
Prepare for battle.
All right, game 2. Starting off with some early drawings on the map. That's how you know. People trying to move and swerve around. We're gonna see the. I feel like this is very different than the interactions that EG had with Quincy Crew. Them all chatting XD and crit dropping the smile at the end of the series. Meanwhile, Nightfall and against TSM dropping a heart for them.
Drop a heart here. I didn't see that one.
Yeah, he gave the
Oh, I must have
less
muted.
than 3.
But yeah, that series had a bit more animosity to it. But I guarantee you, this series, it might look nicer on paper, but Moon is a long-time EG enemy.
Oh,
and if they have Fly coaching them, like we said, these guys do not want to give EG another title here after how ass they looked for so long. Like, that would just be embarrassing, right? So, gotta step it up.
The battle begins.
Another Rune Sneak by Jerax. Didn't get it, though.
Almost.
Could
have leveled Cookie for it, but he kept the little shredder.
Missed the arrow.
Alright, well this also means they miss out on the zoning Darkseer play that we saw last time with the Ion Shell.
Yes. The Mirana helps that a little bit. Also, TA's like a melee hero, so she can't do it as well.
Yeah, that's true.
But Saberlight just double shells, gets 3 of the 4 CS, triple shells, and just running Artor down. Vax him in. This is a lot of damage.
Yeah, with no denies and solo experience, that's a cute little move there from Saberlight.
Yeah, Moon just giving him the full solo XP.
He loses his clarity right away, though, so he's certainly going to pay a price for this. He's not going to have a whole lot of mana to work with.
An interesting way to play the lane. I don't even know if they did it intentionally, but feels like it kind of worked out for Saberlight here. Because he didn't have to fight this TA meld level 1 in a 2-on-2 scenario.
Yeah.
Which I think they lose pretty bad, but they get to pull this wave back, hold it here, just out of the tower range. Moon's taking most of the harass, so I feel like Saberlight's pretty happy with how this early lane's going, at least.
Yeah, certainly. Not really seeing him miss CS. It's going pretty damn well.
Yeah, 7-0.
Mid matchup. Look here, every once in a while. 10-2, 9-1, Invoker Storm, but it's mid, so nothing's going to happen until people hit their level 6s. Spirit Breaker versus Morphling, which I feel like I've played a handful of times. Doesn't feel the worst, just because Spirit Breaker has really high base damage.
Yeah, I think Spirit Breaker can honestly lane almost versus anything in the current meta. Because he doesn't even care if he gets, like, messed up. Like, he just goes there, and he just gets whatever, and you don't even care, because hero's just annoying. That's how it feels like. That's why this hero's so annoying as an early pick. Because it's like, when you're looking at the carry pool, it's not obvious what you take versus him. He's just there, and he's annoying. So that is part of the problem of this hero. How do you deal with his stat line, armor, base damage, all that? Morphling is decent at it though, right? Because he has such high base damage of his own.
Yeah, seriously. It's not bad, but then again, they've got a nice, like, kill combo to threaten him, right? So if he does go full agility at any point in time, he could be charging Swelled. Maybe even into a silence for the higher levels in lane.
Yeah.
Oh! Artur? No more vacuum. They had already used it, so looks like a close call between the two, but first blood for no trade out there.
Stupendous.
Yeah, very close. I think this lane was going pretty well for them. I think it's still going fine even with that death, but talk about these first bloods. A lot of extra gold to Artur, who was running low on resources and regen. But TSM kind of doing well in 3 lanes. Like, this morph is... He got all the way to his mask, pretty much uncontested, or his ring. You get your choice. And he's pretty much just going to free farm forever. Boy, blocked him off.
Oh, nice block in. Nightfall stuck. He does manage to cut down a tree, but it's going to be a little bit too late, it looks like, as Tomato just needs one more hit. One more hit, he would have got it. Nightfall survives. He could TP back, charge in.
Super heads up play there. They almost got him. That would have been an insane kill.
I think Arteezy might have almost had a kill on Saberlight there, but got a little skittish being around Ion Shell.
It's understandable. It's a spooky ability.
Yeah. Mid lane, they're going to go for the kill on Storm. Inkswell does land. Bryle's out of mana, and obviously not level 6. Nice Nightmare to dodge 2 projectiles there, so Storm definitely lives.
I need him to base, though. That's this annoying part about this Invoker. He keeps your mid low resources. So even if the mid's farming, like, his ability to make moves elsewhere, go to that jungle, are pretty debilitated.
Yeah.
We'll see Dubu get the stack and leech some XP here. But overall, it seems like the winners of this early game are kind of TSM slightly, I would say. I think this morph is pretty much untouchable for the rest of this early game, and Darkseer had a pretty decent early start here. I'm looking at the Jerax kill.
Yeah, Jerax is going to have to cookie hop his way down. Post-vacuum, Mirana chases after him right into the hands of Arteezy. Jesus, that meld does a lot of damage.
Well, Darkseer Mirana. It's not looking much better in this game than the other games I've seen in terms of the easy synergy of spells, but...
Yeah.
It's just awkward. I mean, he's like shelling Mirana, he's leaping on him, but... Mirana's not really a hero who wants to just be on top of a dude, really. Kind of awkward. Arrow misses.
Jerax again with the cookie away. Tries to go for the deny, and he gets it. Well played.
What a beast. Jerax getting the denies out. Getting the tips. Brian's still highest net worth here. Not unexpected, so to say. He can kind of just keep farming, but... We'll see if he can do anything with it. These side lanes aren't that gankable, really, and... It's kind of hard to just jump Invoker. The turnaround potential is pretty high, so... kind of look for, like, if Brow can stay high resources and EG tries to commit themselves on one of these side lanes, that's where he can turn it around. That's probably what I would be thinking about.
Well, that spot, if it's going to happen anywhere, it's going to be the top lane, where Tomato sitting pretty low on the health points right now. Full agility, 560 HP, but I guess there's no instant stun. Even the charge, it may happen fast, but he should always be able to get off strength more.
I mean, they can try and cookie from Fog or silence from Fog, but there's still a decent amount of time to react, so they're looking for it.
They tried, they missed. They missed the cookie, gets off the strength more before the silence lands, and Tomato's fine-ish. I mean, they're still chasing. He's gonna TP out.
What?
Moon kills their catapults. Very nice. 4 EG heroes up here searching for him. A lot of time wasted, and this is time that Bryle is pulling ahead, because his moves for Abed aren't that good unless he gets the urn charge. Moon
got in the trees out of vision with one leap. Dubu's certainly dead, though. Surely Dubu's dead. 1 versus 4. He's gonna juke into the trees. It might cost him a little bit of time. They're gonna look all around. This is the hot spot, I feel like, that everybody tries to juke right now. But they're misled by the fact that this tree is cut down. They might have thought he looped all the way down there, but the scan misses. They're not gonna find him.
Abed's stealing bottom and trying to save our tour, but not in time.
Saberlight, he's gonna die to the TA trap plus Abed's cold snap, so they get that much. Brown's a little low. He can make a soul ring jump, long range. That's far enough. Yeah, it's far enough.
Bizarre series of events. I mean, this whole thing top was like opening for Bryle, so they got this kill in the TA bottom, which is a pretty big kill. And Abed had to use his TP cross map. Only ends up with 1 urn charge. He didn't get any of those urn charges from top, which for Invokers is like the biggest deal in the early game. This is what activates your kit. So, kind of sad series of events for EG there, but they didn't lose out too much, I guess, overall in terms of the net worth.
Yeah.
We're gonna see Darks here go top, which is this can be an awkward place for him to be in the early game. Just in terms of like, don't have much. You don't have pretty much anywhere to go. You're just a sitting duck.
But if you don't have, like he's baiting him. If you don't have that combo to play with, right? I feel like it's
that's true.
Less awkward, you know?
Well, we're gonna see. He's getting going on. They have turnaround potential, and there's a grip.
Out of the Moonlight Shadow, Dubu escapes with his invisibility. They're gonna be able to grab Abed here, pull him back in with a Fiend's Grip on top. A nice touch, TSM, to turn that fight around.
He's a sitting duck, but you can bait the duck, you know? EG bought the bait. Abed just going in there, overextending. Dubu super high level early. Just saying he's already level 6, so maybe not expecting the grip, and they're going for more.
It's one of those decoy ducks they use for hunting.
Yeah. It was wood all along, you know?
Jarek's, he's going to be run down. TSM weren't able to get the original kill they were looking for. They still get something. They're low, though. Abed might be able to pick this up with the right tornado. It's going to be able to... okay. Just a cold snap. Already had EMP out. Blocks him just a little bit to burn out the mana. The Vanguard's going to allow him to live for a while. He actually goes for the wand pop or soul ring pop into TP out. Optimistic.
Dude, this guy's TPs are insane, man. Like, you know he has tornado because he didn't use it. How is that TP ever going to work?
I'm telling you, man, I think these core players, they're like, oh shit, TPs are free. I'm going to TP out anytime, every time.
Yeah, well, someone needs to change that, because that's just bad. It's just bad, man. Like, he just has no TP now. Yeah. Maybe they want to fight top, and now he doesn't have a TP. Maybe he wants to TP bottom and take a top. Like, it's a waste, man. Come on.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But I won't harp on it too much.
Oh, no,
so we see both carries entering the triangle, but Artor benefits a lot more, being able to clear Ancient Stack. He's pulling ahead in levels.
Lincoln's Manta, a lot being queued up by Tomato this game. I guess Lincoln's is always nice against Spirit Breaker when you're any kind of split pushing hero. They're going to go for the dive onto top lane. This one should be clean kill on Moon Meander. The MP is going to be left out. Bryle is going to be able to jump past it to get on top of Crit, though. Does get silenced for a second here, but still gets the kill ultimately. And now with this silence onto Invoker, they're going to be able to get the Fiend's Grip. Nightfall positions himself really nicely for that charge, though. Stops the Fiend's Grip, hits Bryle on the way out. Tornado's going to come on through. Dubu being targeted. He's still got Brain Sap, though. He's still pretty healthy.
I'm surprised he had vision of him to charge there. Dubu was like trying to hide in the trees. That was kind of just lucky, to be honest. Otherwise, I think Ovid's dead there for sure. But while that whole thing's happening, JX died bottom and they lost to tier 1. So Saberlight caught up a decent amount of net worth. They're still going top.
He got off the bulldoze before he was hit by the initial stun. It doesn't matter, it looks like.
This war's far.
That's earn charges for Moon. More gold for this Storm. And even farther, I feel like the person suffering from all this is Abed, who's just kind of been up here for 5 minutes. Like, he hasn't hit a creep in 5 minutes, and he hasn't gotten much in the term of kills, so he's dropping on the network chart pretty fast here. Which is okay. Like, Invoker can play from these positions, but just feels like he hasn't been able to get what he wanted to get done. Arrow sleep.
A fast kill for TSM.
How many years have you been watching people run that combo? Feels like since TI1 or something, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, Bane. I'm not sure if he was at TI1. I feel like he was one of the heroes released before TI2.
For some reason, I'm thinking the old like Sigma Int team used to run him. Do you remember that team? Yeah,
Seb's French team. I think they were somewhere in the TI2, TI3 era.
Yeah, it must have been, right?
Yeah.
I feel like they used to run this Bane Rana. I don't know why I think that. Maybe I'm not even correct on it, but that's just my gut. But it takes me back to those eras, you know.
TI1 might have been Sand King Rana. That might have been a combo back then. Because it was very popular in Dota 1, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, a Nuxie. Sigma was at TI4. Oh, the boar stun. You're right. Good call. Yeah, TI2, he was still on, like, not Quantic, but some other team.
I mean, that's just, like, degeneracy era, you know? No one even counts anything outside of the TI for those years, but... There was also the Shadow Demon Leshrac era, very similar, that Virtus Pro ran.
True.
That was back when they had Lil, that type of roster. So, this stuff never goes away, you know, just becomes better or worse.
Saberlight, if he can get into this pit, Evil Geniuses have already backed out.
Running in.
He is running in. He's going to be silenced. He's going to be killed before he can get off anything. Evil Geniuses, I think he thought they were all in the pit, and he runs into the river, and all of a sudden EG is spread out nicely. Can't get caught in a big vacuum wall combo. Maybe panics.
TSM still wants to contest here.
Yeah, they try and go for the kill on the Nightfall, but again, the bulldoze limiting the disable time allows him to get away.
He gave up.
He did.
This is weird. Like, I honestly don't really know what's going on here, but it doesn't feel that good for EG because our Tor's really low mana. And they were the ones who went in the pit. I mean, TSM's gonna see this as low. They can't do it though. I feel like EG's kind of baiting themselves here. Darkseer's sprinting back.
Arrow gonna be blocked by the Forged Spirit, but the Fiend's Grip commit by Dubu?
What?
Nobody's close by, Dubu.
Cap, what is the last 2 minutes of gameplay been? I don't understand.
I don't fucking know what's going on.
Can you explain it to me? Like they had the high. I don't understand. All right, we have a pause, so we have to think about it. So like, Maybe that's what the issue was. Everybody's mouse was broken for the last 2
Yeah,
minutes.
it could be, could be.
I mean, Saberlight, they saw them in the river, and he just ran into 4. Didn't cast a single spell, just died. Then Dubu's just, like, on traps on the enemy side of the hill, completely alone. There's no one close to him. He just solo grips a Grimstroke. None of these plays make any sense to me, but I guess that's Dota 2, you know. They still might contest.
They still have the chance to be able to surge wall in. Evil Geniuses outside of the pit to make sure they don't get caught by that combo. They're going to go for the chain stun with the Inkswell. They've got him. Bryle is dead. The wall is finally thrown down, but it is not a good one. At this point, TSM, they have thrown so many resources to stop this Roshan attempt, and it has not been successful.
Another very bizarre series of, like, kills, but ends up benefiting EG because they get this Aegis on TA and they got that Storm kill. I'd almost say the Storm kill is kind of better than the Roche, which was in a weird position.
Yeah.
I feel like you just throw that wall in the... Like, I feel like you would never throw that wall except in the pit. Yes. That's your big deterrent, you know? Like, EG was super happy to see him just throw it out there on no man's land. I don't know. TSM is not looking very crisp right now. They're not syncing it up, and their best chance is maybe to try and defend this ward that EG is trying to kill.
Arrow does land. Oh, what a land it is on the Abed. But they need a turnaround. Grimstroke crit. He managed to hit a beautiful Soulbind stun on a 2. It might not be enough to be able to save Abed, but they'll be able to get kills in return. Storm Spirit dies. Saberlight's low. Does have the invis, but they're underneath the sentry. Oh, no. Double kill for Nightfall. TSM, again, throwing more resources to lost engagements. And Tomato's left going, guys, I can't carry this game if you keep feeding like this.
Weird thing is they're not even behind in net worth.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they've lost like 2.5 fights by now in a Roche, and it's less than 1k difference. Like, EG is not farming. They're kind of just getting these kills, but this Invoker's super poor. He's trying to get to Midas, which will help him scale back. And this isn't like unusual for Invokers, but it almost feels like EG's not accomplishing as much as they would want to be with the way the game's going.
Okay. Wall thrown out again. Saberlight is just...
I don't know. Is he tilted or something? Like, what's going on?
He's just running it down.
I mean, what's the idea there?
I don't know.
I mean, now they don't have wall. Nightfall's going in.
Nightfall is going in. He's got Dubu. Dubu's dead.
What's up next?
All right. Yo, real talk though, Abed is poor as hell.
Yeah, he's catching up though, right? Like, the thing is, he's poor because he's Quas Wex, he doesn't have farming tools, and he went this Vessel first. And his early game was super slow. But he's closing in on Midas, and if he starts to get the Exor points, he can catch up very fast. So, like, TSM still has some window here where he's poor, but that window will shrink pretty fast here in the next 10 minutes. They don't use it for something.
So Dota Plus had TSM. They're still favored even now, but they had them favored at one point in time, 85-15, with just like a 2,000 net worth lead, maybe 2,500. Do you feel like that's accurate? Do you feel like Morphling, this is like that strong of a Morphling game?
On paper, it's decently strong, but I think like Breaker's Grim is kind of underrated stats-wise.
Sure.
It's like they are higher power than they are on paper just because of how these hero functions right now. But I don't know. I think this game can still easily go either way. Like, this Morph is still strong. We haven't seen him enter the fights yet, but he went this defensive item build, so his damage will pick up. And Moon has quietly been getting kind of fat. He had a lot of time to farm early on, so he has a full Yules, which is pretty big in this game.
Not the Morphling. Tomato has a wave for him to be able to get some distance, though. It's going to be hard to be able to bring him down after all this more strength, but if Arteezy joins in, that physical damage takes advantage of his low armor when he's morphing strength like that, and they just blow him up.
Radiant are scanning.
This Spear Breaker hero is doing work this game, I'll tell you that much. I don't think you're supposed to give this hero second phase unless you have the really good answers to him, like the Purges or the Tornadoes, stuff like that. But TSM has pretty much nothing. They have this Piranha Yules, and that's not that good when he's Invis Ink Sword like this.
Saberlight might just die for it if there was any follow-up.
Still an Aegis for 20. TSM's looking to jump.
Ryle went in very deep, used all of his mana for that, so there's no more fight. Not without Storm having mana, so whoever gets caught here is dead. That's going to be Dubu.
Tomato TP back, like, they want to save him, but TSM is... I don't know what's going on. They're super disconnected on, like, do you want to fight here? Do you not want to fight? Ryle just jumps, doesn't see much, wastes all his mana. The Darkseer gets mana burn, Dubu gets caught, Tomato TP's back. He could have pressured this tier 2 bottom or something, but costing him net worth. Super disconnected at the moment. They need to just like slow the game down, get their next set of items, and then take a proper fight. Because EG is getting way more than they should during this period where, like, honestly, they're not even getting that much, but they're still getting more than they should be, in my opinion.
Do you think this is a game for Aghanim Scepter TA? Because that's what Artur's going for, is this next item.
I think it's just kind of the standard build on carry TA at some point. Which makes sense to me, because you just get to control the map and get Omega fat. And then, like, this next Aegis that they're playing for, he'll be super jacked. It's also good with Breaker, right? You can kind of play this pick-off game.
Yeah,
pretty annoying.
Sunstrike is going to miss. Moon Meander will live as a result.
He bought a gem, so they also need to get good use out of this gem in terms of catching this Breaker. But he's already up to BKB. He's pretty far in this game.
Yeah, it's the bonkers part about Spirit Breaker. He's always in your face, but he's still able to farm. Just every once in a while, just charges side lane, clears through it real quickly. Dubu trying to get some aggressive vision down so Tomato can actually play the side map. But,
get out of dust range?
May die.
Oh, he's charged.
Never mind.
Yeah. Spirit Breaker.
I think I just saw the moonlight icon and not the charge icon.
Yeah, I think I saw the same. I didn't see the charge icon, so... No sweat. But all 3 TSM cores still keeping up. Artur's farthest ahead here. Has a DD rune as well. So if they really want this tier 2 mid, they can take Outpost.
What are you doing?
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
I hate it when TA turns into this. This hero should not be able to get over 600 attack range. That's just not okay.
Are you gonna start like a rebel dissenting campaign against a long range TA?
Yeah, it's unnatural. All right, our creator made TA so she was a short range, high physical damage hero. All right. So the fact that she can get over 600 range, which used to be the cap for all these ranged heroes, the fact she can go over that when she was intended to be a short range hero is not okay. It's unnatural.
I agree. Revert it.
Dubu, nice catch. Nightmare 1, Beans grip the other support. Nightfall's right in the middle of this, though, and Saberlight's going to die before he can get anything off. That is going to be the unfortunate part. Dubu's hunted down. Tomato turning into the Spirit Breaker. Does manage to kill Jarek, so smooth move by him as long as he can get out. But Nightfall's going to be able to charge after him. Damage draining in. Oh, God, it's too much.
Alacrity TA with that Omega range.
Oh,
just putting in work. I mean, I don't think Saberlight has gotten anything off in like 15 minutes. Feels impossible for him. He's either getting charged or Tornado EMP'd or... I mean, not that he has the best heroes to play with anyway, but... he's just not doing anything in these fights.
Yeah, he's got Aghanim Scepter now, or never mind. I thought he did.
He chooses to blink over it.
Okay.
I think relation to what I was saying, like, he just feels like he can't walk in the fight, so he needs a better way to engage. He needs to let his BKB Storm go in now, and his Morph go in, and he can follow up on the counter initiation.
Right.
But there's double BKB on EG, and it's like, how high impact are his spells going to be? It's not that easy, even if he gets some crazy blink back. There's no Terrorblade illusion or something. Roche is just dead, when Roche is probably like the best area for them to fight in.
Yeah.
But I don't have much choice.
So there's another lost opportunity. I feel like the only thing going for them is Moon is still pretty farm. But Mirana farm is not... It's not crazy, you know? It's not like getting some Grimstroke Ags or something like this.
Dire's top tower is
I
under
think
attack.
we've talked about this as well, but I also just don't feel like Morphling Spirit Breaker is one of those combos that changes the nature of the game, you know?
No, it doesn't. I mean, we saw at that fight, he got like extra kill off it, but he still died. Nightfall
Dire's middle tower
killing Jubu here off the Forge Spear.
They managed to get a nice two-man vacuum with the charge, though, with Tomato. That'll kill the two supports, but similarly, Saberlight is probably going to die after he gets off the wall.
Detection.
Maybe not. No detection, but, oh, he blinked forward, revealed himself to Nightfall. Nightfall still not able to get the kill. Back over. They killed
No
RTZ.
BKB on our tour.
He's going to come back, immediately charge. What a play. Mortimer's Kisses coming out. Defensive Nightmare might have just saved Saberlight. Killing Jerix. All of a sudden, TSM are back in the game fully.
I mean, what a fight. Like, Nightfall's going in on this Forge Spear vision. Ironically, he's the only one to live there. Kind of question if that's the best fight for them to take. Or, like, maybe they just didn't take it that well. You know, let this Bane die and don't clump too hard. Don't get this vac wall in the back end where both their supports got caught. Really debilitated the early end of that fight. I mean, Darkseer lived, so it looked better for him.
Yeah, I definitely feel like that was a situation where, I mean, if I'm Nightfall anywhere, I'm saying, like, guys, just let me go in, kill a support,
Radiant are scanning.
and I can always, I've got Bulldoze to walk away, I've got BK to walk away. Counter charge from Tomato, support for support, but Dubu's not dead yet. Nightfall does manage to finally get the kill, but it's going to cost him his life as Brown comes in with cleanup with a double damage rune.
TSM regains some momentum, really using... Dubu's really baiting out these, like, random skirmishes. He almost lived there, too. Nice charge through by Tomato to interrupt that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of agree there. Like, Nightfall goes in, he gets the free Bane kill. You kind of just chill and let it develop. And you really have to, like, D-ward this cliff. Like, this dire cliff ward just destroyed them in that fight.
Yeah.
And the lack of detection. There's no way Saberlight should just walk away in Vizier. I don't think it would have changed much afterwards, but you have to have some Dusters model, which they have someone Invoker now, and Nightfall's still not carrying any. I'm not sure about that. I think he needs Dust this game. He can't rely on his subs or Invoker to get, like, close in, right? Then they're going to get clumped for this Vac counter initiation. That's where the blink is nice, so I think he really needs to sell, like, Windlace or something, pick up this Dust.
Going back for the Aghanim Scepter, Saberlight closing in on it. We almost have the Ags on Spirit Breaker, or at least he's trying to get it. Blink on Artur, though, so that'll certainly make that Spirit Breaker charge way more intimidating, because now they can potentially
have it yet, though.
He doesn't have it yet, and he's been caught by the pull-in into the arrow. Nice combo from TSM. TSM, they look like, honestly, a fucking disaster at 15 minutes, but 30... They're actually looking real nice. They're executing very well. Nice combinations being thrown out, and Tomato looks like a beast on Morphling. I don't know what the hell happened between that time and now, but
I would agree with that assessment. Absolute disaster for that 15-20 minute period, but they pulled some shit together. Maybe that's just the Morphling statistic kicking in, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, hey guys, I can't lose on this hero. Don't worry.
I've got the
like, oh yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is
Oh, yeah,
under
I don't
attack.
know. I mean, this is the downside of EG's lineup, though. Like, their scale is kind of weak. In terms of dealing with the morph, his effective HP and mobility in the fight, as well as Storms with his BKB, they just kind of feel immortal. Like, unless you get some crazy good Soulbind, which is pretty hard, it's all on Nightfall to find some crazy charge on them. And Morph and Storm are not the easiest charge targets, right? It's like based entirely on your vision. So the early gem from Moon, they use this Moonlight Shadow. It's a pretty nice way to deal with the Spear Breaker. Kind of gain the vision advantage and have mobility cores that are hard for him to just find. Paying off.
TSM making the call to smoke up to top lane.
Moon has a full E-Blade. What? Is E-Blade even good here?
I think he's trying to counter the TA, right?
Yeah, but she'll BKB. I mean, you can like E-Blade the dude they go on, but EG's almost all magic damage. I wonder if you're just amping it, like, for them. Yeah, I mean, it's good for them to burst people as well. Like, he can E-Blade, you know, going on some dude. It's an interesting item pickup. I would just wonder if there's something better. I feel like it's unnecessary, but he's getting charged.
Move meander. That's a really good kill if they can
No
get
detection.
it, but he doesn't have any detection. It ruined him once, now the vacuum wall in. They only managed to grab two. The BKBs went off first from Abed and Arteezy. Quick reactions from them, and they're dealing out the damage. Bryle's being controlled up by Nightfall. Now the Cookie onto the Bane as well. They're going to be able to take him out. Arteezy and Abed with their fast reactions might have just been able to save this team fight, but Arteezy's not out of it just yet. Chased down by Bryle. The buyback from Bryle does pay off in getting the big kill.
Bro, come on, dog. Like, you gotta have some dust on this hero.
Yeah.
I don't know, Nightfall. Like, just how is a Wander Windlace better than having the detection there if you're gonna commit like that?
Bryle's got dust. You know, learn from him.
Yeah, like, you cannot rely on your sub to get there because they don't want to go up that far anyway. And they're slow as balls. Like, you're a 1000 MS hero. They're not gonna be in range, you know? Or you just play that poke game. Like, let's say he doesn't want to buy dust because I mean, now he's buying it. Now he knows. All right, he learned his lesson this third time around. But that was pretty awkward. The thing that salvaged that was that Soulbind catching Storm and Darkseer.
Oh yeah,
that's just debilitating. The only thing that's going to shut the Storm down is that Soulbind. So very nice plays from Crit to salvage that. Forces the Storm buyback just to keep their map control. But Tomato looking to add to his stat line. Guy seems unstoppable in his fights.
Yeah, it wasn't so long ago that I was looking at his inventory and it looked pretty sad. Lincoln's, he just finished up a Manta, nothing like super powerful, but now he's got Scotty, now he's got BKB, and he looks like an unstoppable beast. There's a gem on the ground. Jarek's got the gem and then immediately lost it. Whose gem was that? Why was it there?
From memory.
I don't know. Maybe he didn't know.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Abed was moving his courier to deward the hill, so that dies as well. Very bizarre. This game is just bizarre, honestly. There's like so much random small crap happening that just feels not lazy, but like discombobulated or something. I don't know.
Abed, I think, didn't realize that a gem courier couldn't scout the high ground, and he dropped it in the most awful spot. What was that?
What just happened there? He canceled the grip? Oh, he got a tornado.
Hold on, I gotta catch up.
His Nightfall just charges in and gets gripped, and if that tornado isn't a Bane, he's actually just dead. But
oh yeah, I saw that.
He got bailed out by his buddy, so. I don't know, this game seems hard if TSM gets all their spells off. If EG can find the opening and burst one of the cores or the Darkseer or the Storm, then they have a pretty easy window to win the fight. But TSM just plays together, lets the Morph take the brunt, and get their Storm and Darkseer items and spells off. They should be able to close the fight out.
Roche is available, and they've got a DD on the bottle of tomato, Bryle's bottle, but given to the tomato to hold on to the DD for that much longer.
Dire's bottom tower
Yeah, very
is under
nice. I
attack.
mean, this morph is he's an absolute beast. Like, he is going to destroy people.
Look at Jarex, classic Jarex. On the
He'll
other
see
side
you
of the
later,
map,
bro.
placing down some vision, trying to get it where he can. One gets dewarded, but the other one will stay alive, it looks like.
Yeah, that ward's very hard to deward. It's a nice op. It's becoming more common now, as people kind of think about it, but it is a very nice op for this Roche, but not going to do him any good because just disintegrate. And they get an Ags on Storm, which that's really nice.
They see Darks here, but they have the charge on the Bane. They're going to try and get that kill nice and quick and get out before the TP
Oh, he knocked
rotations.
him out of the
Dubu's still
Sunstrike.
alive. Tornado comes through. That'll finish him off. Can everybody get out? No. Spirit Breaker not able to get out of there.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Interesting play, like just dying for the Bane, I guess. Maybe he thought if the Bane dies, I can PKB TP out or something, but
Tomato's got the charge. Okay, never mind.
also I have to say, this Mirana cosmetic on the Starfall, this should not be acceptable. I'm just gonna say it. In my opinion. It's way too hard to see visually.
Yeah, I can't think of it. Oh, yeah. Yes. I
Like
don't
in
like it.
fights and stuff, you can't tell. You can't tell who gets double hit. Like, it's really hard to tell it's been cast at all. The Ags arrow Starfall is like really hard to see. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just an old cynical bastard or something, but
Radiant's
I feel
top
like this
tower
thing is
has fallen.
pay to win or something. Pay to lose. This is one of them.
Yeah, I would say normally the animation should be offensive sleep into a Yule's, into leap away. He's going to be good. Saberlight goes in, does manage to get the wall out onto Arteezy. Arteezy is going to be maybe bailed out. As Crit with a Glimmer Cave for a second gets away, but he's greeted by his own illusion on the high ground. So.
I trust everyone was out of sight.
Another double damage rune for your undefeated Tomato Morphling.
Oh, wow.
I mean, why don't they just pick Morphling every game? It'll just like win TI, right?
That's a good point.
That's how statistics work.
Yeah. I mean, that's how... nobody can say small sample size to 20 games after this, you know?
Yeah, that is a
That's not
decent
small.
sample size in
Yeah.
professional
Middle
Dota.
tower is under attack. Radiant's
He doesn't
middle
even care about
tower has
backdoor.
fallen. Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
He don't give a fuck.
Radiant structures
Fighting
are
through it.
fortified.
They're going to pop the glyph to try and keep it alive, but if they're not willing to defend it as they currently are sitting with 5 heroes up, nice dodge, Tornado. I can't imagine TSM FTX is going to slow down anytime soon.
Probably not.
Radiant's middle
And
barracks
they
is
caught
fortified.
Nightfall top. Did get his bulldoze off, so super short grip. Maybe EG wants to try and take something here without the
Dire's top
Bane?
tower is under attack.
Nope, it's Bryle who wants to go in. Again, the pullback into the arrow to ensure the support kill. A vacuum back onto Jarex, gets that one as well. Arteezy's trying to cut waves, meanwhile. Nightfall's back into it, though, in the top lane, where he's going to go for Dubu. The sleep's going to wear out. He's going to be able to get a charge to complete the kill.
What? What? What is going on up here?
I don't know, but they're losing 2 lanes, maybe a third. Tomato's just going to keep going for it. Arteezy's like, okay, I guess I will come back. I will try and defend my base. I really don't want to, but I've got a bullet.
Raise no hand in anger and your paths.
Are just coming through. There's no detection here. TSM side. Does have that Bloodthorn. Still in Aegis for a minute though. That's the problem. Like, you gonna kill this guy twice before some back and Storm Pull destroys you? Probably not. TSM at full vision is obs on the high ground. There's a charge.
Oh, nice Aghanims pull onto 2. Vacuum onto 3. Really good setup there with the wall going out. Templar Assassin surrounded by so many illusions. The Refraction's going to get burned down nice and quick, and they finally manage to get the kill. Nightfall bouncing back some heroes and getting a charge. Cookie over on top of Moonman, but he needs to get away from Tomato. Tomato, though, get a charge past him into the middle of the back line with a 3-man kill for Bryle. GG forced out. Evil Geniuses. They had a moment there where they were getting some control of the game, but TSM fought back nice and hard, took over the game in the last 15, and even up the series 1-1.
Super important win, too, in terms of killing EG's momentum in the last game of last series in this game. I mean, Nightfall was having some decent impact there, but I feel like EG just got stalled out around that top lane. Ovid got super far behind, and then you're just relying on this TA, which they got some Aegises, but this game just got in a weird state where none of TSM's cores were really that far behind in net worth. They were all kind of just farming. Where's the pressure coming from, right? Like, Bryle's